Hi guys, welcome to Martinmade. My name's Stephanie and today I'm going to take you through all of my cleaning supplies that I use. And when I say all, I mean all. This is my bin that I use. Everything that I use to clean the main parts of my house is in here. Starting off on Mondays, I normally clean the bathrooms and I do that every single Monday. And so I use this cleaner. This is the Mrs. Meyer's Everyday Clean Day Cleaner. It's a multi-surface cleaner and so it can do a lot of different surfaces. I mainly just use this on my counters. I even use it on my table, my bathroom counters, everything. And so I also buy it like this. This is the main way I buy it. This is concentrated. And so I can water it down and put it into this bottle and it lasts so much longer. And it's a lot cheaper than buying these bottles all the time. So that's what I use. You can also use it for mopping floors. I don't because I kind of found that it was something that made the floors sticky. And I don't know if I wasn't using it right, but that's what I found. The other thing that I do is I clean the toilet. And this is what I have found cleans the toilet great. It's not necessarily a natural cleaner or something like that, but I have found that this really does a good job with getting the toilet clean. And if I have to really do any kind of like deeper cleaning, I'll find other things like baking soda and vinegar. That kind of helps get some of the stuck on stuff off, but it takes a bit of work because I have to put gloves on and I have to get down on my hands and knees and really do a ton of scrubbing. So that is the other thing that I use in the bathroom. I also use this for my showers. I had heard about this quite a while back to just take toilet bowl cleaner and spray it around in the shower and tub and it cleans it great. And I have found that's really the best cleaner. The only thing I would suggest is make sure you rinse your tub and your shower very well. So those are my bathroom things that I use. I also do use the Mr. Clean erasers in the bathrooms as well as the home. I find that they do an amazing job getting things out. I've had marker and crayon on my wall, but I just use my Mr. Clean erasers and it does a great job. The other thing that I like to use on the floors is the pine saw. I'm just trying this out. I haven't used it for very long. I was using the Bona cleaner for my tile and I thought it did a great job, but it's also very expensive and I don't want to spend a ton of money on floor cleaner. So I bought this. This is a concentrated, you just squirt it and mop it on the floor. And I found that it's done really good. Unlike the Mrs. Meyer's, it doesn't keep the floor sticky. And so I find that has been working pretty good. I'll probably try something different the next time I need floor cleaner. But the other thing I do use this for hardwood floor cleaner. I just haven't run out of it yet. And so when I get done with this, I'll probably start looking for a floor cleaner that's not quite so expensive. So I use that on my floors. For dusting, I use Pledge. And I use this, it's actually Old English oil. I use it on my wood like tables and stuff like that, like my side tables. It kind of gives it a nice shine. I also use it on my bed and it just gives it that little extra shine, makes it look a lot cleaner than than it might be. And so that's what I use. I also have gloves that I use for instances like the toilet, like I said. If I need to, I do clean them, don't worry. And then I also use these bags. These bags are not our regular garbage bags. These are more for if I have something that I need up. It's got to get into the garbage, but I don't necessarily want to touch it or use my gloves. So I'll just keep a thing of these around. They're almost kind of like, you know, the doggy bags or the bags that you put in your diaper bag. And normally you just use that for like either diapers or dog mess. But I use these very similar to that, something that I can just toss in the garbage. So I like having that. Let's see here. I think I've gone through everything except this. This I have found works amazing on my stainless steel. My stainless steel actually does a great job just wiping it off with the soap water in my kitchen. Does a wonderful job, doesn't leave any marks. I just kind of wipe it down and dry it. But about once a week or so, I really try to use this just to buff it up and give it a nice shine. And so I've been using the Ceramibrite for quite a long time. Well, since we moved in this house, so it's been about 3 to 4 years, somewhere in there. So I really like that. Now, onto my hand soap. I use the Mrs. Meyer's hand soap. I mainly use this. This might sound terrible because I like the smell of it. I like the basil and I like the lavender. And so as of right now, we have just a big thing of lavender and I just fill up all my bottles when I need them filled up. So that's what I do for hand soap. For dish soap, I use Dawn. I buy it in a big bottle because I do not like having to buy the little ones and try to find sales all the time. Whereas this, even at a sale price, this is way cheaper than the little bottles on a sale and a coupon. And so that's kind of what I've resorted to. It's just cheaper in the long run. So that's what I use for dish soap. Now, for all my cleaning rags and things like that, I just use a regular broom and dustpan. I also use my Dyson vacuum. That's all to just kind of get the dirt up off the floor, as well as vacuuming the floors. I mostly use my Dyson if I want a deep kind of clean to kind of get out from like the sides of the wall and like that kind of stuff. I'll take the broom and dustpan and just sweep up the floors and all that. I do use a Bona mop. I use the one that has the little pads that you put onto it and you clean. Obviously, you've seen the cleaners that I have. But these are the pads that I use. This one is actually what came with the cleaner and the mop. So I do use this. This is the one that I use on hardwood floors because it's kind of a softer feel, almost like a microfiber kind of feel to it. And so I like this one a lot. But then I bought this in our store and it's a Rubbermaid. Let's see if I can show you. You see that? It's a Rubbermaid mop head scrubber, I guess, or mop head piece. Anyway, so I use this on my tile because this, though it is more like microfiber, it kind of has a bit of a scratchiness to it. And so, you know, the kitchen, when you get those nasty things all over the floor, this kind of helps kind of clean that up. So this is what I use on the tile floors. I do have one of the handy dandy buffers. Yeah, right. I do have one of the handy dandy dusters that I use, and that's just one that you take the head off and you throw it out and put a new one on. So I've had other dusters and they just got so dirty and I couldn't get them clean, and so I just resorted to that. So anyway, onto onto the rags that I use. For my kitchen and kitchen counters and my bathroom counters, I use microfiber cloths. I have these that I purchased a long time ago, like probably 10 years ago. But then I also have some that I made. And honestly, the ones I made from just a microfiber that I bought at the fabric store, those are way better than anything you can get at the dollar store. They're way better than even the ones that I have bought that I spent quite a bit of money on. They work so much better. And I don't know if it's the type of microfiber I bought, but they are amazing. So if you want to experiment, go to the fabric store and buy, I think I bought a yard for like $10, something like that. A yard and a half, somewhere in there. I made up tons of microfiber cloths and I love them. The other thing I use for my windows, I use the glass cloths, and I do like those. I got these at the dollar store and they've worked just fine. So these I like from the dollar store. The microfiber cloths I hate from the dollar store. They just don't clean well. Then for my stainless steel, when I use my stainless steel cleaner, I use this microfiber. It's kind of like a microfiber, but it's meant for stainless steel. So that's what I use when I use my cleaner. I also just buy super cheap sponges and just kind of use those for a variety of things. I throw these in those laundry bags and I put these in the wash and wash them with my microfiber cloths and stuff like that. So these are great to have and to just use randomly. Now on to my laundry stuff. I use, for my dryer, I use Bounce. We go to Costco and I just buy a big thing of Bounce. I like the smell that it leaves. I don't know. I find that the wrinkles come out as well as there's no static in my clothes. Most of the dryer sheets, I find it doesn't really help for static in the winter. So that's what I use for my dryer. For stains, I use Resolve. I keep one up in my son's room, my daughter's room, and the laundry room. And it helps. I just spray it on there and it takes the stains out. Next, I also use, let's see here, OxiClean. I love OxiClean. It's one of my favorites. I really do. This is one that I buy when it's on sale at Costco. So I get a box every so often. So sometimes I run out and I don't have it. So it makes me love it even more. So I use OxiClean. I also use this. Of course, it's from Costco. It's Kirkland. I use it's Ultra Clean. It's a little pricier than you might find, you know, some cheaper stuff like the no-name brands at places. But this seems to clean really well. And I find that with having a baby and a little boy, I find that it's sensitive on the skin. And so this is what I use. My husband had kind of like a rash that started showing up and we started using this. It did go away better, but it still isn't perfect, but he did, the rash did change when we started using this. So it's just something that we decided to change to. I like it. It doesn't seem to work all that much different than the Tide that we were buying, but it is cheaper than the Tide. That's nice. And so that is what I use for cleaning my laundry. I use all of these products pretty much every week. Most of them I use every single day of the week or a couple times that day. So I just wanted to come on and let you know what kind of cleaning products I use, and I wanted to show you some of the things that I love and some of the things that I'm trying out. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. For those of you who are new to this channel, just hit that red subscribe button down below. You can also hit the little bell, and that will notify you every time I upload a new video. I also want you to leave some comments down below. Let me know what kind of floor cleaners you use. What did you find that works amazing on wood floors as well as tile floors, because I'm just in the lookout for those. The other products I use and I have love and I will always use as long as I can, but those products I am in the hunt for. I would prefer a product for the tile and the wood that you can just like squirt or spray, and you don't have to worry about mopping with a regular mop all that much. So if you have any suggestions, please, please, please let me know. I will see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.